everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be playing Would You Rather. And I'm sorry that my background looks kind of messy, but Belle fell asleep and I didn't want to wake her, even though she's awake right now. But yeah, let's get into this. Alright, so would you rather go into the past and meet your ancestors, or go into the future and meet your great-great-grandchildren? I would much rather go into the past. I mean, I feel like back then was such a better time, so yeah, I'd much rather go into the past. Would you rather lose vision or lose hearing? So in my 50 Facts About Me video, I said that if I had to lose any of my senses, it would be smell. But out of vision and hearing, because those are like your two main ones, I would much rather lose my hearing. I'm very sensitive to noises. Like anytime there's like a screechy noise, I like gag. It's really weird. But yeah, I would much rather lose my hearing, because then I wouldn't be able to see my cute puppies. Right? You gotta hear me. Sorry. Next one. Would you rather have more time or more money? I feel like life, even though I've only been alive for like 19 years, I feel like I've been alive forever, so I'd much rather have more money. I know a lot of people are gonna say like, oh my gosh, that's so selfish, but like not really. I got a lot of living left to do, so I'm good. Alright, would you rather have a pause button or a rewind button in your life? I would much rather have a rewind button. I think it would be so much cooler to like go back and replay good memories, or like if you had a really fun trip, you could just rewind to that. Pausing, I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like it's kind of pointless. Like, not insanely, but you know what I mean. Alright. Would you rather be able to talk to animals or speak all languages? As much as I love my dogs, I would much rather be able to speak all languages, because I just feel like that would be such a cool thing to like know how to do, and then literally if you go anywhere, you can communicate. Like, that's so cool. Like, obviously no one's going anywhere because of the pandemic, but when we can, like literally I could go to like Spain and communicate in Spanish, I could go to Greece and communicate in Greek, like you get the point. So I think that that would be cooler. Would you rather be without internet or be without your phone for a week? I would much rather be without my phone. I like internet, mainly I picked internet because I like watching YouTube and I could just watch it on my computer. Plus, social media kind of stresses me out, so yeah, I would be totally fine to not have to deal with that for a week. Alright, would you rather work more hours per day but less days a week, or work fewer hours but more days a week? I would much rather work more hours per day but less days. I pretty much work 9 hours like 5 days a week. I would much rather work like 10 4 days a week and then 8 5 days a week. But yeah, I work a lot. Would you rather listen to 70s music or today's music? I personally prefer today's music. Nothing wrong with 70s, it's just not really my vibe. And would you rather be someone else or be yourself? This one was really hard for me because I don't want to say I don't like myself, but there's definitely things I would change about myself. So, yeah. But I chose myself, but there are things I want to change about myself, which I feel like is a fair answer. Okay. Oh, would you rather be stuck on a broken ski lift or an elevator? As I mentioned, I don't really go skiing. So, like, I'd rather be stuck in an elevator though, because I feel like after a while, I would get terrified of the heights from the ski lift. Like, obviously, you can be high up in an elevator, but the elevators I go into, I'm nowhere near as high as I am in a ski lift. Sorry, there's a giant spider making a spider web outside my window, and it's kind of distracting me. Okay, we're okay. It's outside. And would you rather go to dinner alone or go to a movie alone? Maybe this is just like our age or like our time, But I feel like going to like either of those things alone is like social suicide. But I'd much rather go to a movie alone because it's dark and like most people are paying attention to the movie and they're not paying attention to the fact that you're alone. So yeah, I'd much rather go to a movie by myself. Would you rather never speak again or say everything on your mind? I would much rather say everything on my mind. I feel like in the past few years I've gotten pretty honest and pretty blunt, which some people will say is good and some people will say it is bad. Take it how you will. Yeah, but I'd much rather say everything. I don't think I could ever not speak again. I talk way too much. And yeah. Would you rather be popular or be smart? Smart. I was never popular in school and I always desired it, but once like I was out of school, I realized that like being popular in high school doesn't really mean anything afterwards. But if you're smart, then you could go to college and then you can get a good job and then you can, you know, do lots of stuff. Yeah, so I mean, being popular, like, it's not a bad thing, but if I had to choose, I would definitely pick being smart. Alright, would you rather be a kid forever, an adult, or an adult forever? Kid, 1000%. Being an adult is so stressful and annoying, and there's so many bills. When you're a kid, you don't have to worry about that. You can just run around and freaking watch TV all day and play video games all day. When you're an adult, you have to freaking go to work, you gotta pay your bills, you gotta pay for groceries. Like, it's just stressful. I don't like it. Would much rather be a kid. Someone take me back 5 years old. If someone was like, you can be a 5-year-old right now, I would. In a heartbeat. I mean, I wouldn't have my dogs, which would make me very sad, but... Actually, would I have them? I don't know. If it was like reverse time, then I wouldn't have them, but if someone was just like, you're gonna be a kid again, I would have them, so... Yeah. Alright. Would you rather end war or end hunger? So a lot of people are gonna disagree with my answer, but let me explain myself. I would much rather end war, because I feel like ending war would in turn end hunger. Let me explain that. If we're all getting along, like if all the countries in the world get along, then we're all going to use our resources to help one another. At least that's what I would hope. So in turn, we could end world hunger. See, that's the thinking there. And if you disagree with that, I'm sorry. Alright, would you rather explore space or the ocean? I would much rather explore space. I feel like the ocean's already been explored. And I don't want to sound weird about this, so I'm not trying to think of how to word this. Like, I've already swam in the ocean. I know that's not exploring, but just like, hear me out. I've already swam in the ocean. I already know what the ocean is. And so do many, many other people. The ocean's been explored. Space has been explored, but not to its full extent. Hi. You look cute. No, I don't. Sorry, they're very cute. Alright, would you rather lose your keys or lose your phone? As I mentioned in my Never Have I Ever, I don't drive, so my keys is really just like my house keys. So if I lost them, it'd be okay. Much rather lose them than my phone. Would you rather eat an octopus or eat a cow's tongue? I actually despise seafood. I do not like seafood. I have never liked seafood, so I would much rather eat a cow's tongue. I know that sounds disgusting, and I know lots of people love octopus, but you know what? Judge me if you want to. Alright, would you rather work in a group or work alone? This is also hard for me, because when I was a kid, I often worked alone because, as I mentioned before, I didn't really have that many friends. So I often was in, like, projects alone. But then when I had more friends and I did group projects, I learned that it is very stressful because you have to make sure everyone's doing their own thing. And you know the saying, like, if you want something done right, do it yourself? I learned that saying and I was like, man, I really should be alone from now on. As bad as that sounds. Alright, would you rather be stuck on an island alone or with someone who won't stop talking? I would much rather be stuck with someone who won't stop talking. They could distract me because I feel like if I was stuck on an island, like I'm thinking of deserted island, obviously. Sorry, these kids are trying to like jump over a construction site and I don't know what the heck they're doing. Oh my gosh, these kids are crazy. Okay, sorry, anyways. I would much rather be with someone who's talkative because they could distract me, they could calm me down, they could tell me a story, like, but if I am just alone, I'm just alone with my anxious brain thinking, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. That's not good for me, so I'd much rather be with someone who wouldn't shut up. Alright, would you rather have a cook or a maid? I would much rather have a cook. I do not know how to cook, I hate cooking, and I also eat like crap, so probably good for me to have a cook, but your girl doesn't make that much money, so we don't do that. Alright, would you rather get rich through work or rich through the lottery? Now this is also another controversial one. I would much rather get rich through the lottery because I know what you're all thinking, like, why? Because you get rich through work, you have that satisfaction, which I totally agree with, but I would also just like to win the lottery and be done. Like, I don't want to work for like 50 years and then when I'm 60, I'm finally rich and successful, and then I have like 10 years left of living. Like, if I won the lottery tomorrow, depending on how much I won, I could be set for essentially the rest of my life. That makes sense. Alright, and the last question. Would you rather be 4'5" or 7'7"? So, I'm pretty short. I'm 5'3". So, yeah, I'm not very tall. I would much rather be 4'5". And, like, the only real reason why is because, like, I used to watch the show on TLC, like, I think it was My Giant Life or My Tall Life. I don't remember. I think it was My Giant Life. Anyways, it was just about like a bunch of tall women. None of them were 7'7". I think the tallest one was 6'9" or 10. But anyways, they all like really struggled with like going in doorways and like bending down, like doing day-to-day things. So I just feel like it would be much easier to be 4'5", because you're not technically like you're a midget if you're 4'5", but like when I think of a midget, I think of like someone like 3'2". That sounds so terrible, but like, you know what I mean. Like, I feel like it would be much easier to be 4'5" than it would to be 7'7". So yeah. And that was my last question. So thank you for watching. I'm gonna show you a clip of these two because they're real cute. Do you want to say goodbye? Oh no, now they think we're leaving. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.